All right, everybody. Hello, hello. We are going to be doing some more Tenho today. Obviously, our record last week was very good, which I hadn't quite cleared yet, but I swear that wasn't an attempt to brag. Let's see if we can keep avoiding fourth like that, though, because that would be absolutely fantastic. Yeah, the story room. Okay. So, how is everybody doing out there? I'm just hoping at this point to be able to keep this record up a little bit. Like at this rate, I should be able to make it to Tokujo pretty easily. But that could always tank at any moment here. Surprised it looks like Sten is a little bit slow right now. As far as number of people, but I guess it usually picks up as we play more. So we should be fine either way. I am kind of astonished that my win rate is holding at 26% right now. It's kind of absurd. But we'll see if that holds long term or not. It shouldn't, like I said, but you never know. And here we go. Interesting hand. Norse don't really help us here, but we would love some kind of Yakuhai. I should probably discard the dragons and play a bit more for efficiency, though. I don't know. Like, this is a hand that I could definitely see going Tanyao. But we do have to connect a couple tiles first, like drawing 3 so into some kind of 5-pin or something would be great. Interesting. Well, that's part of the battle there. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's really just connecting something that's 6 at this point. Oh, jeez. No, I think we might actually force it here then. Let's force a little bit. See what we can do here. Hopefully I don't disappoint here. Tricky. Oh, that's a great draw too. Jeez. These draws have been fantastic. Hey, Dudu, how are you? The real question is if I can discard this 4, because the 4 does not look great here. It's very unfortunate, but, you know. If I've got a couple Dora, it's probably worth pushing if I can chi into Tenpai. Well, so much for that. And my hand was so much better, too. Oh well. As long as they're hurting you and not me, we should be fine. So we have to pawn this tone right away if we can here. Because there's already 1 in the door indicator. Always something to keep an eye on. It's always so awkward having the pair with 1 cut, though. Like, I don't know if I can bank on it or what. So we always have to hedge a little bit here. Okay, there we go. Solves one of our bigger problems. Now the other bigger problem is this 5 right here. I would love to draw anything connected to it. Though I guess if I have to Tunky on it, it's not the end of the world. But I really do want the 2 Dora, if possible. Well, now I can't really Tunky on it either. I that's the way to go. Like, I do want to force it, but if I can just pull in something and hit tempi, I probably still will. Do I cheat the 3-pin, though? That's the real question. I think speed is probably important enough that I would. Oh, jeez. Speaking of speed being important. I'm not sure what to do here. It might be... does that change anything? I think I do take the safe tile here. There's a lot of draws that could change how I play this from here. Like, I could chi 3-pin and discard 5-so, and it's not that bad. I didn't doo-doo. I don't, unfortunately, watch enough of the Japanese games there. I watch it when I'm traveling sometimes and that sort of thing. Excuse me. But I don't get to too often. Yeah, I just don't feel good about this hand. I just feel like... Sorry, I've got a cat growling at another cat. Sounds good. Yeah, I think we just keep defense going here. Because we can even discard this Aka 5 and not be too sad about it until now. Lord. Okay, that's fine. Oh, wow. Sononko as well. Why would you reach that hand, though? I feel like I never reach that hand because I'm one away from a Yakuman. I don't know. What is this, though? This is 5 pairs already? Wow. I need an extra honor to be able to wait on, though. I don't think I slam a Riichi, like, even if I draw it this turn. I'd probably wait a little bit longer. Okay. Do we go all in on it now? That's the real question. Probably not. Probably start with this 9 here. But we do hold the Chun back as a good weight. Chi 2026. It could happen. You never know. The difficult thing is making sure that your hand looks normal until you hit tempi. Because, like, if I were to discard central tiles and then follow up with the terminals, it would look really weird. Call a lot of attention to it. That's what I'm trying to avoid. My cats are like 10 feet away from each other, and one is just growling at the other. I mean, we have to hold the Dora then, right? If we're going all in on Chitoi, we might as well. Is a Tonki weight Riichi on the Dora enough to get people to deal in if it's Suji? I don't know. That seems like a bit of a stretch. We do have the one safe tile back, though, luckily. Oh, that's a good tile to hold, though. We definitely hold that one, because if we draw the 7-pin now, it's going to be really hard to predict the Suji one. Yeah, a lot of it is discard order. Basically, you're sort of the same thing you're always looking for other hands is, do the discards make sense for the type of hand they're going for? So, like, my discards right now, they're edging away from making sense because I've discarded so many central tiles at this point. But this could just be a hand that's Ishanten, right? Like, it's hard to really, really tell for sure that it's Chitoi. But if you were to reverse these, you see like 6, 4, 4, and then see these 1s and 9s. That's really weird, right? I think I'm going to try Damaing this. See if someone's brave enough to discard the Dora. Dama, this is still a pretty big hand, 9,600 points. So I think it's probably worth it to go for. If we sumo, it's a Mangan. We're fine with that. We don't need the Riichi at that point. Everyone's probably pretty wary with Toyman over there, though, because, yeah, the half flush looking hand, anyway, ended up only being a Mangan. Okay, well, guess I don't need to analyze that hand. Almost an Ipeco and not much else going on here. I do have a North Dora, which could do something here. Gotta pair it quick if we want to use it, though. Just not sure what level I want to go for with this hand, though, because, like, I could discard the penchant, and I don't hate that. But honestly, like, the 6 isn't great, really. So I'm not sure if this penchant's the right discard here. I think I will, just because of the Tanya chance here. I think that's fine. If the 4s start dying, though, it gets a lot harder. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, I think we just cut it still. If nothing else, it should throw my opponents for a loop. Jeez, what are these hands right now, though? Like, that looks like an outside hand, right? Which means this 9 is a lot weirder to discard. I probably should have gotten ahead and discarded it right there, actually, because it had just come out. We'll get rid of it while it's still moderately safe. The real question is, what is this player on, though? I'm not sure what they're going for, but one thing I do know is I can't really discard this North right now, I don't think, because of this player. Like, one hand to go for would be Chantadora 2. I don't really want to deal into that for some reason. But all the 9 pins are dead, so this 8 shouldn't be bad. It could easily be Toy Toy still instead, too, though. Okay. There's that. This 3 is pretty safe with 3 of the ones dead. This one is completely safe, though, so that's probably our next drop here. 3 7's dead, though. I think we just need to start folding here. I just don't feel great about the situation. My hand doesn't have enough value. I've got a Dora that I probably should have discarded first, honestly, since it did come out from Toyman. Should have kept all the 7, 8, 9, I guess. Ah, well. Win some, you lose some. Why did I think the 7 was safe? It's not really, is it? I mean, it's not bad, though. It should be fine. Like, I'm folding, but I'm not folding, and that's kind of a bad habit that I have. I should go all in one way or the other. Oh, Lord. That's a lot of Dora. Okay. Yep, we're just folding here. We are Ishanten. No. Never mind. Another Tanya looking hand here. Not much value though, so we'll see if we can find something. I don't think it makes sense to push hard for the Honitsu here. If I had like a pair of dragons instead of 3 single ones, maybe. But as it is right now, probably not worth it. So we'll just keep following those players' discards. Did they add Manemon to Tenho yet? Did it get patched? No Manemon for me. I think that's fine. It's a little bit awkward on a 7 draw. But even then, it should be fine. Yeah, it depends on the exact rule set. Our local rule is 5, but 6 is also pretty common. So I was nowhere near it this time. Which, you know, pretty average. You're usually nowhere near it. Okay, I think I just go for the quick Tanyo here. Well, that's another pair, though. Yeah, pair is a way to get value out of this hand. So we'll break down the normal hand and go for the Chitoi. Chitoi Tanyao Riichi will really be the way to go to get some value out of it. We just need to figure out a good way to get a pretty decent weight. Just keep doing things like this, I guess. I don't know, this does give us paths out of the Chitoi hand as well. On the right draws, anyway. The real question is safety, though. Like, I'm safer against Toymen. But the other 2 players, if they reach you right now, I'm in trouble. Thanks, Dudo. Sometimes I need that reminder. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. That's not great. Don't know if I have anything much better here. Probably should have gotten a little more defense going against this player first. Maybe at some point someone will discard a pair that I have. Oh, that's fine though. Like, we can still pretty much draw Tempai out of nowhere. Or that could happen. We'll take that, I guess. Okay. Nice looking hand here. Cut the honors, cut the Tumon. It's basically Tempai, if we get that many improvements. I'm not going to keep the safe tiles back just yet. I think it's fine to get a little more pushing in first. Keep everything a little bit more open. And now I'm fine with this. Especially since we found another source of value. Like, this could be Doritu, Tanyo, Pinfu if we're lucky. Not super likely, but, you know, possible. Or we could be going right back to Chitoi again. That'd be par for the course. If a 4-pin comes out, we'll probably chi it. But not a 7-pin. Oh, Lord. I'm really pricing the Chitoi again, aren't I? We do have a bit more safety this time, at least. Just a little bit, not a lot. But Chitoy Tanya Dora 6400 base.
Chi.
Hmm. Apparently, Doodoo. It's the new thing. Crow's trying to turn over a new leaf. Hmm. Maybe I just need to reprove to myself why we don't do it. That's probably the big thing. And it's exactly for things like this. Got a pair here, got a pair here.
Each.
And now we have to defend a bit. We have the tiles to do it at least, but I guess we don't need to defend a bit. On the bright side, at this rate, we're nowhere near last place. I know, Melty. Like, it's... These hands have been a little weird so far tonight. Hopefully we get ourselves back on track. But no promises. It's my least favorite one, but, you know, I play reactively. Sometimes, Doodoo, you don't really... I don't know about you. I don't really like to start Toy from pairs. Excuse me. Because typically at that point it's going to be faster on average to go for Chitoy instead of Toy. There are exceptions. They do happen sometimes. Like last night at our local club meetup. What am I doing? That's Dora. Don't mind me. Last night at my local club meetup, I was Hadakitanki on turn 5 for Toy, which was very strange. It isn't normally what I do, but it's what I did then, and it actually did work. I managed to get a weight that trapped someone. So that's the most efficient discard, I think. Because we already have the 2 pairs, we don't need the 8 to extend the 999 shape. We probably take a Riichi for any tempai here. And that's a good improvement too.
Chi.
And now we're in the tempai waiting room. That is an improvement. If we do that.
Chi.
It couldn't be on a Honitsu, right? It seems too unlikely. It'd be a very strange Honitsu if that's what they were going for. Like, it just looks like Tanyao. But it's a very strange first into second chi. Because usually if you're opening for Tanyao, you don't want to, like... Hold on. I think that's fine. You don't want to chi, like, 6-8 and then do the one that could furry 10 you, especially since you would have gotten furry 10. You were furry 10. So it's just a little strange. Yeah, punish for the Dora discard. As deserved.
Chi.
I would love a tenpai here, though. There we go. Not ideal. I guess this 4 doesn't look
Riichi.
too bad.
Mahjong.
Ugh. Can talk myself into anything. At least it was just a Tanyao, though. Hmm. Okay. So, the hand's interesting. We're still just playing for typical efficiency and everything. But we're looking for ways to increase hand value as, as one does. I'm not sure what direction that's going to be here. Because obviously drawing a bunch of Dora would be great, but you can't really bank on that. I don't think this hand ever really ends up as Pinfu. Unless we can get something like this 4 shape going and get that to expand a bit. It's not what I was talking about, game. Yeah, that's not great. Yeah, we'll just play for pretty much strict efficiency here. There's a chance I should have held on to that 1 this time and discarded this 2. I think I like that better. I think it's minor, but I think it's worth it. Yeah. Because having all these extra pairs just isn't great here. I said the pairs are not great, game. If you didn't hear me the first time. God, do I just palm the form on if it comes out? I probably could. Oh, with the 7 coming out, that gets worse. Yeah, maybe not. I think if I'd held on to the 5, I'd have the option to open potentially. But this just seems like a bit much here.
Home.
And that's pretty awful too. Yeah, my shapes are just kind of dying right now. So I guess it could be Tanya from here. Yeah, that's not the worst. If I can pull in the 7 or the 8 at this point, I probably will. And try to switch into that Tanya. I guess that's fine. Like, the 7s and 8s have to be somewhere, right?
Riichi.
Hmm. Yeah, I think we go 7-7. There's a chance we still push this 4 for Tempai. We'll just have to see what we draw. It is really weird that we don't see much in the way of the 7s and 8s, though. I think I will try to push this, though. Because I do want to deny this hand if I can. Ugh, this is the choice.
Home. Dong.
Yeah. I think it was fine still, but it's just unfortunate to deal into that. Ugh. Not a great start here. This hand has some potential, though. We could get the double south going. Need to work this door in if we do that. Okay. Double south men's in. Now we can open up if we want to. I'd really love like the Aka 5 cell. That would be the best ever. I think we do take this though.
Home.
Especially if we're banking on that. right? Because we do want this to be our pair, which means we want to connect this to something else. So I think this pawn is fine, and we do have outs to toy as well still. It'll be a little bit awkward if we have to chi a 5. Okay. Well, might just be awkward in that we have to discard this Dora. Hopefully not. If we could draw a Dora right now, that would be amazing. But I'm not banking on it. I think I have to go for speed over anything.
Sumo.
Well, I was right on the money. Like, I had to be faster there, but there just wasn't anything. I'd be fine with redrawing this hand. It's just too hard to get, you know, too much value off of. But we'll see if we can change that a little bit. It is a pretty quick hand on average. Obviously, once again, drawing literally any Dora would be very welcome. But barring that, we'll take Ryonmin as well. This is 4 Ryonmin to Tenpai right now. So kind of an awkward 4 Shanten. But, you know. Wait, sorry. 3 Shanten. That's how it works.
Home.
But it is basically a guaranteed Pinfu right now, and in some worlds this ends up Sanshoku. I hate draws like that, though. Like, I'm going to have to pick between the worst shape and Pinfu. Unless we make the perfect draws here. It's a good draw.
Home.
Like here we need the Forso. If I could get a Forso, I would absolutely snap it up here. Ugh, now we have to make that decision. I think we have to greed here. This does get the Tanyao every time. It's more reliable for value than the Sanshoku. Oh, beautiful. Tanpin Dora is a Dama hand. This is going to be a big one if we can hit it here. Especially if the right person deals in.
Sumo.
Or we could just sumo. That also works. That gets us out of last so far. Okay. We doubled our score. This is a Chanta. I don't see a way around it, so let's just lean into it.
Home.
The Chanta lets us use the Dora pretty nicely. This one's not a toy, I don't think. Like, the option is to open up a bit and get a quicker hand here.
Home.
Unfortunate draw. If only I'd known. We could actually just get toy. I guess you're right. Like, it's possible, but not super likely.
Home.
I think Chanta is the more likely one.
Home.
But we might just have to take the Nomi hand. Honestly, we might have to discard this Dora. I don't think I want to pull in the 2 there, though. Maybe that is the play. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, like the problem is we can't pair this Dora now. Like we need to pair the 1 pin, if anything.
Chi.
But I think we just have to take the speed if we can. I think I'll actually do that now. Because with that 6 draw, we can guarantee that the 9 is our pair if we need to. God, it's just so awkward that Toyman has a Mongun. So what are they looking for over here? Like, obviously, Manzu would be a choice. But we're going to discard this 7 anyway. It's probably worth it. If we draw the 9, we make it back to Chanta. Are there any 9s left? There are both 9s left. Okay. 2-pin is safe against Toyman, so it makes it more likely that someone else is going to deal it. Yeah, okay. I feel pretty good about that one. I think we played that one pretty well. Sure. Another potentially quicker hand. What are we waiting on here? Is the 4th Dawn concerned that the 2nd Dawn is going to catch up here? Or what was that long think there? Like, that might have been them stepping away from their computer for a second, honestly. Because, like, to do that and then I think it was Sumagiri 6mon, that's really weird, right? And we're right about 5 seconds on this one. Yeah, and there's the disconnect. Okay. Wow, so 2nd is in reach here. Like, not Riichi, like, you know, we can grab it. That's the important part. Unfortunately, this does benefit this player more since they can chi everything pretty easily. But that's just something we'll have to fight through. These draws are pretty good right now, though. The 7s is likely to be our pair, but we need to connect the other sticky shapes then. That's fine, though, because that gives us another option for our pair. Oh, they're back. Shoot. Thought it was going to be an easy 2nd place. God, now there's a reach. This is the worst. Yeah, avoid last. Like, it doesn't really matter if Toyman wins the hand here, because we're trying to catch 2nd. That's the biggest thing. Unfortunately, we don't really have anything safe there. Okay, that helps. The 1 isn't really safe here either. This is just not going to be an easy hand. I think we have to do the Suji here. I think we're just going to keep folding if we can. Seems like the thing to do here. Okay. Well, I mean, I say that. We're almost back around to Tenpai. But, you know. I just realized my camera got flipped again, didn't it? Oh, jeez, what is this? The ADHD almost killed me there, I think. Like, I'm not sure what to do with this information. Like, I'm definitely not reaching here. I guess I'm going to try to maintain the Tenpai. A little bit worried about it, but, you know, only so much we can do. That's Tanyao. And I guess we do just discard the 1 because we're out of other plans. Okay. Yeah, it's not ideal. That's pretty safe. It's incredibly safe. If we draw the 5, we win. No, no 5 here. What's safe then? Like, is 4 our best shot? Like the half Suji. It gives us a wide weight. It's a 7 deal in. Please say yes. That's funny. So, okay. So the 7 and 6 dealt in there. Unfortunately, it didn't quite hit them for enough that we overtook their position or anything, but it does help. Every little bit does. All right, pretty standard Tanyao hand here. Well, just got non-standard though. Like we want to try to avoid discarding Manzu now, if we can. There we go. That's what I need to work with. There we go. Now I'm actually looking at my screen properly for you guys. Like, is there a world where this is just not Honitsu? I don't think so. Like, this just feels so very much like a forced Honitsu here. God, but that 5 came out from within hand? Tadashi 5 pin. I don't trust any of what's going on right now. Okay. I was going to say that pause is making no sense if it was this person considering it. Yeah, I think we just have to stay the course and try to avoid cutting Honitsu tiles. Yeah. Don't see a reason not to here. That's interesting. That's unfortunate. Well, we gotta do some pushing now. I think that's our only real choice. So that means that 7 is safe to push here. I think we will go ahead and do it. It might give them something. Okay. Discard the door into it too. That's crazy. But we're okay with that. That means we're in second going into all last. We're just going for any kind of quick hand here. 2,100 points up. We could end up in last if we play too aggressively. Like if we just fold, we can't get lower than third. Assuming our fold is perfect, which, you know, obviously it is, right? But I think it's safer to try to push something here. Especially with a hand like this. Like if my hand was terrible, it'd be another discussion. But this one's not bad. Like drawing the 8 here and leave sticky tiles. So next discard's probably this one. And we have a Dora, or not Dora, pair of dragons. Yeah, if those dragons get cut, that'll help a lot. It'll actually put us in Tenpai. Ishanten right now. Do we reach for this, though? That's the real question. Like, the Riichi would put us a lot closer to max over here. I think we just discard the sequential pairs as we normally do. If we can pull in the dragons, we immediately do that and discard the 6. I guess not close here. That's the correct discard. Because this way we have the 1 back if we draw another 4 later, and the 4 is less safe. God. I think we do Riichi here, and we go for this weight. It's a bit risky, but the 5/8 looks hard to use for everyone else based on the cuts. Like, Monzu are really cheap, and I've cut a lot of the ones in the area of what I'm waiting on too, which should help make people deal in. This player's incentivized to deal into me, but at the same time, not really, which is a little bit awkward. And so is this Dora discard.
ち
I could be in some danger here, because this hand is big enough that if they direct hit me, they just need a little more help to be able to overtake. Or no, that would be enough to overtake. What am I thinking? So 3 5s, 3 8s left in the deck somewhere. The question is where? 5 or 8 gets me second. Which, after that absolute roller coaster of an early game, would be amazing. It looks like Toyman is basically just folding, which seems completely correct. Like, there might be an argument. No, that wouldn't work. No, this is just the right play here for them.
ロン
Thank you, buddy. I'm completely fine with that as well. All right, we take the most scuffed second of my life, but it's a second nonetheless, which means we continue ranking up. And that's all we could really hope for. So up to an 1831 now. That rating just continuing to climb, which is amazing. My lifetime peak is like 21 or 2200. I can't remember what. So if I could match that, that'd be amazing. I would love that. But we're still a long way off there. Like, we'd probably have to make it the Tokujo to be able to hit that sort of thing. All right. And here we go.
ポン
Pretty normal starting hand here. Hold the 1-so for the Sanshoku chance, even though it's not a great chance. Like, my next discard is probably 1 pin. Yeah, let's do 1 pin. There's still, like, some outside chances for us to get the 2-3-4 Sanshoku instead, but not super easy. Okay, so West position is probably, almost certainly, on a Honitsu of some kind. Just don't know if it's Pinzu or if it's Manzu yet. Our hand could still end up Tanyao. Right, Pinzu it is. Let's push towards Tanyao. If we go for Tanyao here, we are able to hold all of our Pinzu as well. Yeah, like, it might not even be Tanyao at this point.
リーチ
Oh, jeez. That's an early reach by the dealer. Well, I mean, this 2 is safe against them. I don't know if they're the ones I'm worried about. Yeah, we haven't seen an overflow tile yet. It should be fine. So. And that's where the wheels fall off. We do have a Kabe on the 9s, so we'll go ahead and take that here. If we can cheat the 5 pin or otherwise draw the 5 pin, that'd be amazing. Oh, that's amazing. I don't want to reach it. I want to Dama this. If we get the Dora, it's already Hanemon, if I'm doing my math right. If we sumo, it's Hanemon. And so far, it looks like we're playing pretty safely, and I guess that Tsuji is not enough here. Ah, okay, fine. Like, that's not a mistake or anything, it's just unfortunate. Okay. Do I want the dragon? I think I'm going to pass the first one here, just because I need to find some kind of value. If the second one comes up as an option, I'm not sure what I'll do. Because the problem is this hand is slow and weak. So I don't really want to be opening the hand. So yeah, I think I'm probably just going to pass it, given that opportunity.
Home. Okay, that's a good draw. Not quite the sort of thing that makes me want to open the hand. Chi.
Especially not after something like that.
Home.
Okay, the pause always gets me, I swear. As much as I would love to pawn that here, don't think it makes sense. Okay.
Done.
Okay. So my point's just getting passed around the table a bit. That's fine. It's not one person, clobbering anyone. It's not me losing a bunch more points. There's a lot of worse outcomes here. So we are at 2 pairs right now. That's not a great draw, though. Yeah, kind of a medium hand. Definitely could use some help. Like, that technically counts, but only barely. So, oh, damn it. Just realized that I'm getting spammed on a different client here. But that should be taken care of. Hmm. 6, 7, 8 Sanshoku, Tanyao. Like, it's possible. But I guess at the moment I'm just always going for that Nagashi. Now, whether or not the Nagashi is going for me, that's a different story. But I guess at this rate, we're doing pretty good. We see everyone else's draws to also be completely terrible. Yeah, I mean, I don't see a reason to hold on to these 9-pin. If this hand is going to get any value, it's going to be some kind of Pinfu or Sanshoku or something. So I might as well cut towards Tanyao. This hand is just so slow right now, though. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Nagashi is our highest EV right now, which is sad. But here we are.
Riichi.
Yep. Well, now the 1 isn't even safe. I discarded the 9 because it looked worse against the table. Yeah, we can't go for it. Can't even push for Nagashi here. Am I going to get fooled with another terminal Suji? Probably not. Probably discard this 3, actually. Yeah. We are technically Ishanten. It's not a good Ishanten. But it is an Ishanten.
Riichi.
Like, there's worlds where... Let's see if the... How does that work? I'm wondering if the 3 mon gets discarded, if we can cheat it and discard the 6. I think I'm gonna wait. Okay. Didn't matter. Instead, that person is gonna get completely wiped off the face of the earth. And by that I mean deals into a Mungun. Guess not exactly getting wiped off the face of the earth, but you know, it's close. Excuse me. So this hand is a little bit awful. Don't even know what we really want to draw here. I guess that does help a bit. I probably would pawn the dragon here, but then not do much else. Not just yet, anyway. Yeah, I think if we don't cut for efficiency here, we're never going to complete this hand. It's got to be as efficient as possible. Excuse me. Yep. Now, hear me out. What if we get Dai Sangen? That'd be fantastic, right? I think as far as called shots go, though, that might be a bit extreme, even for me. So we're not going to bank on that. I know, shocker, right?
Riichi.
Play safe, start with the 1 pin. The 2 so isn't bad. Like, we have a route to push here. Involves cutting the tune. Involves drawing that. Like, this is about as good as this hand gets. If we connect the 8, or pawn the tune, or sorry, Haku, we're Tenpai.
Sumo.
Guess that wasn't meant to be. Oof. And the Ura. Okay, this isn't a bad hand. Okay. So 3, 4, 5, Sanshoku, maybe 2, 3, 4. Tanyao, Pinfu. Like, this hand has some spice to it. No Dora, but accepts any of the 5s. as I discard a Dora. I swear I'm losing it tonight, chat. Okay, that's not a bad draw, though. That does guarantee the Tanyao if we want it. We'll have to give up on the Sanshoku if we do. But it might be worth it. We'll just have to see how the draws come out. We'll take efficiency here still. We need to make some kind of hand at some point. Then again, we haven't had our dealership yet, so we're not, you know, in the worst position. I do like keeping the 3 over the 4 here, just because the 2-3 shape is a lot worse than the 3-4.
Boom. But that doesn't do anything. So what was that poem, though? Like, let's talk about that for a second. What do they have in their hand that would make them pawn here? It's kind of wild to me. Like, it's not Honitsu. Is it Toy Toy? That's the only thing I can think of, really. But even if it's Toy Toy, it shouldn't be a lot of value. Unless they were thinking if they could pawn this 9 earlier. I guess maybe. Cut our worst shape here, which is probably 6-7. It's close. Like, I'm choosing this one because of the situation that the 5s and 8s of Pinzu are in, where there's 4 of them cut already. And this is a pretty decent draw, because now we are at Ishan 10 for a Tanyao hand at least. Well, which I guess I won't get the chance to Riichi. But I would have, if I got that situation. Hey, Esper, you said that, and I didn't even log off right away this time. Yeah, no, it was a pretty decent hand, but this game's been a little bit rough. Last game, though, started out looking terrible like this, and then I got second, so, you know, we're not out of it by any means. This does accept a Dora with this 9-8 shape. Like, outside chance of 7-8-9 Sanshoku, but we just cut that, like, next discard probably. Because I think the East is better than the 9 cell. Ooh, sounds like fun. Yeah, the 4 pin's better than the 8-9 still, especially with the Dora acceptance. Can I get any East? No, I guess not. This gives us the chance to go Tanyao, though. But we need, like, exactly the 6 mon. Unless, like, all the 9 mons die, which, you know, that's be fine, too. Yeah, I think we do go Tanyao if we get the chance to get the 6. His hand is just too slow without it. Maybe I should have discarded the 8-9 there, actually. Except 3 pin instead of Dora. Yeah, I don't know. It's close. Eat.
Excuse me. Well, here I think the choice is pretty clear. We just got the 5s. No need to go all in just yet. But might be soon.
Like if I draw a 7 pin, I'm surely reaching here. Even if I draw the other 10 pi, I probably just slam it because I do need points here. Seeing 3 of the 2s, I don't hate discarding that one. Yeah, that's an interesting 8. Yeah, we're discarding the 8-9 here because both of them are safe. So hopefully we can still work this around to some kind of tempi. Could discard the 3 mon and just be greedy for 6 mons. Don't think we want that one though. What am I doing? That was way too fast. I don't think that one was the right discard there. Especially with these 4s. Like it's just way too likely someone has 2, 3. Sakenma. Okay, that's a lot of syllables. I'm gonna need a moment. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the 2 here. I think that's our best chance of winning. And it does give us the odds to Cheetoy as well, which is kind of weird. Sakenma de Latino America. Okay. Here we're gonna take the Ishanten for the Yakuman, even though it's never gonna happen because the 5 just got cut. Yeah. Sakenme de Latino America. Okay, makes sense. It's just a lot of letters. Like I know enough Spanish that pronouncing it isn't hard once I, take a second to look at it here. I think it was the ken that was getting me. Yeah, not a great hand here, but it's passable. It's okay. Like being up this far north, kind of have to just find the right place for it. I've been down to Texas to visit, and it's definitely a lot better down there. I can say that for sure. But there's a couple places that I don't mind. But I guarantee they're nowhere near authentic. Yeah, like it's weird because this pair of 9s and pair of east isn't good for efficiency because they're both dead. Like, do we keep the Cheetoy dream alive? No, I don't think we do. I think we cut one of the pairs here. And the 9 mon is, oh no, the 9 mon is also dead. Ugh. Yeah. So we are forcing Nagashi? Sure. Let's do it. Oh, of course. Yes, there are some options for different styles of food around here. It's been a while since I've been to too many of them, but I did find an absolutely amazing Indian one not long ago. I said not long ago? The opposite. Quite a while ago. It's actually Nepali style Indian food. And it is very, very good. I don't want to discard these 9s now because this is a Honitsu. Probably. Like the 8 discard is weird. But we are Ishanten now. Actually progressed very quickly there. Best draw be what? The 6 mon? But then the weight isn't great. Just too many tiles cut already. And Totsu waiting on 5-8. I'll dom it.
Boom.
Yeah, I'm going to try to switch this around a bit. I think we go for the Tanyao and get some chance at value here.
Sumo.
Okay. Well, I was right that the 3 wasn't safe. That's something. Need to find a hand, though. This hand is potentially pretty quick, at least. After seeing that long pause, I definitely would cut that right away. Yeah, there's some possibilities with this hand, though. Ooh. So that has the makings of Itsu here. It kind of kills the Itsu. I think it's fine still. Doesn't really kill the Itsu, I guess. Like, best draw here is probably 6 mon, cut 2 4-pin. Oh, and that's a Dora. Okay, so getting the Dora, we cut in this direction instead. Which is a little weird, but I think it's fine. If we draw the 8, though, I think we do just cut 1 2-pin, even though it's Dora. One 3-pin cut. Oh, I just need some kind of help here. If we draw the 1 pin, we cut 7 mon. Because we don't need Isu for value at that point. It's already a Mungun. But if we never draw improvements, we never even need to worry about that. So, you know, problem solved. Okay, that's good. Now this is an incredibly wide weight. Need to make sure not to furry 10 ourselves on the 5, but that shouldn't be an issue. It's the worst tempai. We're still going to take it here.
Riichi.
I don't see enough of a reason not to. It's one Dora Riichi. It's not the best. But it's a chance to get some points on the board. And of course, we would have immediately drawn a better tempai that's worth more. So the good news is, with Toyman pushing here, they've discarded an 8, so they're likely to discard in if they draw one. I don't know. We'll see. It's just a race at this point, basically. I think they're tenpai. That's not good. Okay. Slightly terrifying, but, you know, it's fine. I think the one benefit is the 5 mon discard is terrifying to everybody. So everyone might just be folding around me. which is good for sumo chances. It's not great for winning chances, though. Like, you want people to be fearless. You want people to push into you. No, okay. I was right. They were 10 pi, waiting on 6-9 pin. Oh, and they're for a 10 on it. Okay, makes sense. Like, that might actually be the best possible outcome, because now we get another hand as well, while getting some points up. Small amount of points, but if we win this one, then we get our reach stick back at least. I always hate this 1, 2, 4, 5 shape. It's not great. Having a hard problem articulating why I chose to discard the south. I'm not sure. That felt like autopilot, and it might have just been wrong. But I think I want to be able to make the round con with the Aka, either side drawn here. And then technically keep the 9 pin around for the Sanshoku chance. But not anymore. So then we discard that, we discard 9, so then hopefully by then we've improved our other shapes enough to discard something else like the 1, 2. I do think my favorite food place around here, though, is a Chinese sushi place, which is, you know, kind of a strange combination to some people. But they have so fantastic. The fish is just fantastic, basically. It's the freshest tuna I've ever had, and I don't know how, because we're, you know, in a basically landlocked state in the middle of the country. But they have very, very good tuna. So probably going there Monday, actually. So next discard is the 9 mon, probably. If we draw the 8, that's perfect. We discard the 1s. Yeah, looking for some kind of improvement here. If we draw one of these two, then we cut the 9-7 in that order. Here I think we hedge for getting the pinfu as well. So this is the highest value upside. Yes, and we got the pinfu too.
Riichi.
Like, that's about as good as this hand gets. Riichi Pinfudora. If we're lucky, Ipatsu, but we know that never happens. Except for when it does. Nope, not this time, though. I really need to win this hand, though. If I can win this, I'll be in a much better position. Because right now it looks pretty dismal. If I draw a 6, I'll be a little bit sad. Because we'll miss the Itsu chance, but, you know. Of course, I forgot about the Ura. We do have to win the hand before we can get the Ura, though, Dudu. You do realize that, right? And everyone seems to be folding pretty hard here. Yeah, I know. Ura only counts if you win. It's crazy. Going for a K10 route here, I see. Ugh. Okay. Well, that's not great. I agree, Ditto. I think we don't pawn here. It's Speaking of called shots, because we really need to get the Riichis out there. Need to get the Ura. Need to get something going here. We are Ishanten though. Like if we draw the Hatsu, that's basically best case scenario. Good lord. I swear if that had dealt in, I might have just ended the stream right there. Ooh. I don't think so. So it's faster. It hits Tenpai. I think I need more value though. Jeez, and the 4 would have passed too though. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. That's not enough for Kyushu. Like this might be a toy if you squint hard enough. Both the Souths coming out makes it a lot worse though. Hey, Melodic, how are you? Like this might be a situation where I go for toy over chi toy. It really depends on if I draw improvements here or not. Honestly, it might just be Honitsu. What am I talking about? It's not a great Honitsu. Oh, geez, but that makes it so much harder. Once cut green. Okay, good luck with that. Yeah, Armel can be a bit of a slog sometimes. So absolutely good luck there. Like here we almost have to fold. I just don't see a route that opens for sure. What is this game? Like I want one of them to deal into the other, right? Because that's one of the ways that I catch up to both. Or I could just get the Nagashi. That's going to be a tough one though. Yeah. It's not very big though. Need it to be a bigger hand. So I am within reach. But I need to figure out how to win a hand in order to get there. Alright, see you, Melodic. Okay, so this hand potentially has some speed. But the shapes are not great though. Luckily, I think we're in a position where if we Riichi, pretty much everyone folds, because it's going to be really hard for them to catch up to the next player. That is a Sanshoku chance, though. So I think that's right. Thanks, Dudo. I'll get right on that. I think I'm actually opening for Sanshoku here. It has the chance to develop into Junchan as well. So there's some benefit there. Ooh. I don't think that changes anything. Like if we draw the 9, it's still better to keep the 9 over the 5, which is really weird. But I probably discard the 3 first, not that 9. Probably discard the 3 mon first. Should I have cheated that 2 mon? Like I think I would if it came out right now. We can't take that. So 2 Shanten technically, but it's for a pretty obvious Sanshoku if it happens. What did I say? It's round Shanten, 2 Shanten. For some reason I thought I heard myself say E Shanten. I don't know if there's much difference there. I think that's fine.
Boom.
Would love to open if I get the chance to here. Honestly, if I could get the 3 so, this hand looks so much like a Sanshoku that I'll probably get the second one pretty easily. But there's been 2 Tumons discarded already. Yeah, this is just not looking like my game. These draws, though, this is brutal. There's the second last 2. Not looking good. Like, if I don't get these 2s, I don't know how I win. Or this 2, rather. I forget that one, Doodoo. Unless you just sat on the keyboard. Oh, it do be like that sometimes, right? Like, when do I start? I think I go for efficiency here and try to go for K10. It feels terrible, but I think that's the play.
Go.
I think it's what I had to do here, but we'll take a 4th. It's been a while, so that's fine. All right, let's jump right back into it. We are still above 1800, which is good. We enjoy being above 1800. And like overall, our stats are still very good. Okay. Pretty decent hand here. If I can get the 4-pin, I'll go for a Tanyao. I don't think that's very close. Yeah. Seems like a pretty straightforward hand. Makes it a little bit less straightforward, but we're still fine. We'll just have to see what we draw into. Like, if I get the 4-pin, I can still always switch out for the 1-pin here. Yeah, we're going to hedge towards some kind of Tanyao here. I'm back to opening up the hand if I get the chance to. Because I will cut 1-3 to isolate the Dora pair. We're just cutting for efficiency, though. Jeez. Could have been Ishanten with that. But it would have been a Chito Ishanten, so it's not a real Ishanten. Yeah, I think we got to do that here. Probably should have cut the 3 first. This is fine, though. Like, it's very aggressive, but if the dealer comes out this aggressively, what do you do exactly? Right? Like, we're putting so much pressure onto our opponents. We're probably never folding this hand anyway. I think we're just in a decent spot for this kind of play. I would still love another pawn, though. I don't even really care which one. Honestly, I prefer the 3-mon pawn. I don't need another Dora, because I don't need to show everyone how scary my hand is.
Riichi.
That's not great. That's pretty great. Now we just need to finish. Do we believe in sumo? That's the real question.
Kan. Sumo.
We believed in the wrong person's sumo, I guess. So waiting on 4-6. Yeah. Unfortunate. Yep, exactly. They believed hard enough to con. That's the important part for them. Okay. Like, this could be a Honitsu here. If we draw, like, any of the Jihai, we'll probably go for that. And with another Pinzu, I'll hedge for it still. Because this 3 isn't great having the 6 there anyway, so still fine right now. Probably discard pay next. Yeah. And we can still flip back to Honitsu if we need to. Or if the situation calls for it, rather. It's not calling, though. Yeah, it's pretty hard to make it back that direction now. Yeah, okay. Bye, Honitsu. We tried. You didn't put the effort in this relationship.
Chi.
Okay. So we've got some very good draws here, if we can find them. Really just any sort of shape upgrades or anything is perfect. I don't think I want to open, though. Gonna try to play a little bit quieter.
Home.
I'm pretty concerned about Toyman, though. Like, they're hard forcing this Tanyao, right? Because they discarded 1-2 with a pair of 3s that they pwned. Yeah. I could have pwned that. I'm gonna wait one more here. Like, if an 8-pin or something comes out, I can look at it. Yeah.
Riichi.
Okay. We have action.
Riichi.
We have lots of action. Huh. Well, we're definitely starting with that 4-pin then. I don't think I want to get in the middle of this.
Sumo.
Yep. That's a hand. Oh, what is this game? Okay. Sure, why not? Casual Baimon. And meanwhile, I get hands like this. What are we doing with this hand exactly? Like, that's the 4th pair? Like, that's a reasonable direction to go? I guess. As reasonable as Cheetoy can be, anyway. Yeah, I'm just not sure what direction this hand gets a lot of value. Like, I think 7/7 Mon draw is probably the best, because the first one I discard the 2, second one I cut the North Wind, or the 5. Maybe actually the 7 for that reason. Yeah, so if we draw 7/7 running, it's 2 into 5, or into 7. I don't remember what I'm talking about anymore. Yeah, but I don't think I want the 1/2 penchant here. So we'll go ahead and drop those. And now we have some safety back too, if the situation calls for it. Oh. Yeah, these draws haven't been great. Need to stay on my toes and like actually look for danger. Make sure I don't deal into anything here.
リーチ
Okay, there's a Riichi on the board, guys. Watch out for those. That means that someone is ready to win. Usually the person who Riichi'd. So what do we do about that? Like 7-pin is a fine discard. We can always use that here. We probably use that over the Norths. Yeah, we'll just play for some safety here. Especially with the player in first being the one reaching. Like, we really don't want to get involved in a fight there right now. Okay. Could they be at the point where they're memeing and waiting on the tune? They don't strike me as that kind of player. Like, it's possible, but... This 3 is a bit scary, though. Okay. This has a routes to 10 pi here. It's not even K10, it's potentially Kuitan, Open Tanya. Yeah, let's go for it. We have safe tiles back if we end up in that position. But this 3-mon is really suspect. Now, if the 6 comes out and we palm that, the 3's a lot better. Yeah, we always have the fallback of like the Sozu tiles here. Five pin. It is Nakasuji. Right? If I counted correctly, it's Nakasuji. Pretty sure I did. I just really don't like this 3-mon. It looks atrocious. Can we do anything with that? Not really. Ooh, that's an interesting disconnect timing. No, they're back though. Imagine if this 2 was their winning tile. I would be fuming. Okay. Didn't make it to Tempai. They were waiting on the 8. Okay. So we chose the right side of the suji. It's always better than choosing the wrong side. Okay. Once again, we pair some honors. We maybe go honitsu. If not, hand looks pretty typical. That's a step. That's the wrong step, though. Yeah, I don't think we can go for it here. We probably do go ahead and pull in the hatsu if we can, though. Hand looks fast enough to just run it down. Yeah, seems fine. Now we get the hard part of finding the hatsu. Okay, now it doesn't need to be the hatsu. So just one non has been cut so far. So what's the play? We pull in one of them and cut this one, I guess. Yeah, it seems fine. We'll just take whatever's fastest here. If we draw one of the two aka we can accept, that'd be great. Even pull in one of them. Like, is it worth? Like, that's just such an expensive hand. This is probably not recommended. But Toi Toi Honitsu to Yakuhai is a Haneman. So this is greed, pure and simple. And it's giving me a chance to go back on my greed here. But I'm not going to. I'm going to commit to the greed. It'll probably bite me. But we commit to greed on this channel. And immediately punished. Okay. So now if we can, we pwn, then one so. Oh god, no, we have to go for it. Ugh. Yep. Chose the wrong side too. Yeah, these games have been rough. Okay. Decent starting hand. Tanyao Dora. But a couple kanchans to fill. Yeah, do it for the content. Only works when the content is real. If the content is, you know, what's the word? Hallucinatory? Something like that. Whatever tense of that word is, that's the one that I'm talking about. I'm sure you know what I mean. Okay, that's good. I should discard the 2 over the north, but that's minor. Okay, we can pull that. We end up in a weird situation where if we improve this 5, we might have to cut this one, which isn't great. But we don't end up in that situation. So we're Tenpai. I'll probably pull in the 8 pin to improve the weight. I think that's worth it here. Nice. Just in time. We got rid of the decisions. we don't do it. We're desperate, but we're not quite there yet, I don't think. Like, there's a chance that that con is actually the right play there. I don't know. That's a tough one.
Dum.
But we got the win instead. Got on the right person, too. It's the easiest way for us to get out of fourth. Huh. Like, this is Ishanten. But it also wants to be a Honitsu. Huh. I don't know what the right play is here. Like, if I get the Hatsu, what do I do? This early, you have to go for the value, right? I don't think I want that, though. Yeah, I don't know. Like, the thing is, it's not Itsu, though, right? Like, it's going to be really hard for this to end up as Itsu unless we find another tune specifically. The thing is, the longer it takes for me to find an improvement here, the less likely that greed is the right choice. If we make it to Tenpai and Riichi, that's great. Oh, we have to take this one, though. Yeah, fine, let's greed. We can greed if we want to. We can leave the chat behind. Just kidding, chat. I'll never leave you guys behind. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let me do that. Yeah, you see what I mean? That, like, this is never Itsu, unfortunately. We can leave our rank points behind. That's true. Like, if we can pull in the 2-pin here. God, imagine we draw 5-pin. If we draw 5-pin, we probably discard Hatsu. Yeah, that seems right. But obviously we want the Hatsu first. The Hatsu would be the fastest way to win this hand. This would be pretty ideal if we could get it. But with this Riichi coming out, like, it's a lot harder. Yeah, I think that 5 is a better discard than the 4 there. It's just safer at that point. Thing is, no one's going to discard any Pinzu here. So it's really just me versus them. And they're more likely to get dealt into by these two players, I think. Like, I'm just completely price committed to pushing here. Oh, jeez. Okay, it didn't hurt me. Watch me sumo the 4-pin here and just get a Honitsu no Mi. I mean, honestly, I'd be fine with it. I'll take any sumo here. If we can get a sumo, we'll take a sumo.
Dum.
Oh, no. Yeah, like, what do you do? There's nothing else to do there. Okay, that's fine. So we're a Mangan behind third now, which is doable. Yeah, like, there's nothing to do there. It is what it is. Yeah. Obviously, drawing Dora is ideal here. And that opens up the Dora acceptance a bit. His hand's just not great, though, right now. Yeah, I'm sure with that last hand, and I should probably go back and look just to better understand player mindset, but I'm betting that those green dragons were in hand, right? Like, Jogi players surely know to fold against a Honitsu like that. How do we make this into a Mangan? Riichi Sumo Dora Ura? I mean, that'd be the easiest way. But not the most realistic. 6, 7, 8 Sanshoku is doable.
Home.
Draw 7 pin, discard 9 mon.
Home.
Is doable. I swear to God, if I call all these shots all the time, no one's going to believe this is a real stream anymore. So now we just need one more of something. But we'll go ahead and take this discard here.
Chi.
That's fine. Like, best draw is obviously the 7 pin. Ugh. I mean, it's fine-ish. Like, it's weird, because if I draw the Tenpai, I still don't really want to Riichi. Because it looks terrible, but now it's open-ended, right? I think 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So Riichi Pin Fudora, at least. But we have to get there first. 4 pin, interesting.
Sumo.
Oh, that's one more hand we can't use to catch up. We do have to find a Mangan still. We need to double our score to tie Toyman. That is 2 Dora. 2 Dora Tanyao. If we can pawn the 7s, we do for sure. Okay. Like, this hand is not looking bad at all. Still needs a little bit of value to hit the Mangan, though. Like, at this point, we should consider cutting the 6-0 just because we absolutely need this to have both these Dora. Excuse me. Maybe there's a world where we don't, though. Like, if we draw 6 pin here, Riichi Pin Futanya Dora, that would be enough. Like, that's kind of the direction it's looking. And this could be a 5, 6, 7 Sanshoku. Like, there's some options here that lead to us discarding the Dora. I'll still pawn it right now. Don't get me wrong. But it's thinner than it was. And this is kind of par for the course, this Hanchan. Like, we draw some amazing stuff, and it just all starts to taper off. That's Mahjong for you sometimes, though.
Kang.
Forso is the new Dora.
Home. Home.
Hmm. I mean, there's not much else to do here.
Chi.
We'll pawn the 2-pin if we can. Pawn 2-pin, discard 7-pin. Like, we just have to keep going here. I get that this player is probably on a flush. They might not be, though.
Home.
I would chi a 6-pin for sure. Like, we just have to cut that
Don't.
at some point. Yeah. Oh, that is rough. Okay. Not the best start to the stream this time. Let's see if we can run it back and get some of our points back here. So we are definitely under 1800 now. Yeah, 1777. Ugh. Not great. But that's okay. Ups and downs, right? Win some, lose some, yada, yada, yada. Okay. New game, new me. That's Mahjong. Pretty good starting hand here. Needs to connect some shapes still, though. That's one way to connect some shapes. That's nearly an Itsu now. Drawing 1-2 gives the Itsu chance. As the ones start to die. This is also a very good pair weight. It's a 3-sided pair weight for 369. So lots of opportunities to upgrade that hand. One of those opportunities was knowing to hold on to the north wind, but alas, here we are. I guess another upgrade to this hand could be Nagashimangan. But that one seems pretty unlikely here. Especially with how many of the terminal tiles I'd hold on to, like this one. Maybe this one. Like, it looks weird given how much I just talked up this shape, but I think I'm going to cut this here. Because I can still draw so many tiles to hit the pair. Rip Itsu. I'm big braining myself too much, I guess. And there's the pair. Oh, wow.
Home.
Yeah, we've made some decisions this hand. Okay, so we found the pair. So we dropped the 3 first. Now we're back to Ishanten. We're back on track here. Now I just need to finish.
Home.
Not what I wanted to see. Really don't want to be drawing these Pinzu right now. Because I am going to cut them. This is a big enough hand to make it worth it. There we go. Pintandora Riichi. It's about as good as it gets. We do have a lot of 5s dead. So only 3 tiles left, but it's worth it. So let's get there. Now, the get there side of it is the hard part. can say we're going to get there all we want, but still have to actually do it. Oh, this weight is taunting me. Okay. Might not have gotten there, but still get some Ryokoku points. Ooh, really wide weight, too. Bit lucky. Yeah, seems fine. I do like this hand. Excuse me. Need to drink more water, I think. Okay, so what are we hoping for from this hand? There's not a lot of big options for points here. It seems... of course. Of course. As usual, biggest option for points is Nakashi Mangan. So that would be nice. We would take one of those. But then we can only call that so many times in the night before it just kind of loses its touch. This does go Tanya a fair number of times. Still need to connect another shape in order to do that, though. It's not bad, though.
Each.
That's bad. All right, so we have the 9 in hand. Go ahead and drop that here. Okay, that's starting to be something here. Discard this 2. Yeah. Not super likely to be Tanyao, but if we draw the 7, so then we'd be able to hit Tenpai, but yeah. Okay. It's a little bit on the weaker side. Shapes aren't great. Still think I want to hold on to the east for a minute. Like we probably 9-8 pin here and hope to end up with a Honitsu. I mean, that's a possibility. 9-8 pin into Tumon. It's not unreasonable. Probably still just discard Tumon here, though. Yeah. I don't want to all in when the hand is not giving me the Sozu I need. Yeah, that's fine. Like this hand sometimes ends up as Tanyao. Probably does pretty often if we open up for it here. We need the right tiles to be able to open, and that's not one of them. That's not one of them either. I don't like it because I'm concerned this player could be on a Honitsu. But I think the 9-so's fine-ish. I don't want to con just yet. I won't rule it out, but if we draw the 4-so, or otherwise get the 4-so, then we're Tenpai as well. I think we do it here, though. There were quite a few tiles to Tenpai there. Still quite a few tiles to Tenpai. And now the Tenpai also looks terrifying.
Boom.
Okay. So win on a 6. Don't know what people think my hand is, honestly. It's kind of hard to read. Gonna do this for the chance to switch this around to something connected to this. Like if I draw 2 pin, it's great. Of course. But imagine if we con the 5 and it con 7. That would be great. Very unlikely, but it'd be great. So that is like almost completely safe. Not quite, because the Aka 5 is still out there. But probably worth. There we go.
Boom.
Simple hand, but 2,400 points. We'll take it. Really unfortunate that I switched into that, or out of that 6-month wait. But it's fine. Sure. This one is ruining our Tanyao right now. Sorry, these ones are ruining our Tanyao right now. Oh, that's a rough disconnect. Especially if they come back and see those in their discard. We can still progress. Oh yeah, and they did come back. Oh, I would be so mad. Like maybe the rest of their hand lets them do that just fine, but I can't feel good. I do want to switch this to Tanyao. Like I want to switch every hand to Tanyao, I know. But I think this one has merit. That Tao doesn't do anything because I still accept the 3 pin. If I draw like 7 so discard 1/1, that'd be great. That's an improvement still though. If I draw 2 so, I probably still discard a 1. Okay. I mean, that's exactly what I was asking for. We will open now, if we can. Ideally on one of our weaker tiles. Weaker shapes, that is. Like the 3 pin. Okay. So this is a pretty wide Ishanten as well. A lot of different tiles to Tenpai here. Do we reach? I think we do.
Riichi.
And if we are lucky enough to draw the 5 pin, we can con it, which would make the 3 pin look a lot safer. Or we could get chased right away and deal into something. Luckily that didn't happen though. Wow, that was a quick game. Oh, nice. 3 pin. Perfect. How'd the game go, Melodic? Beautiful Mongun there. That's what we like to see. We're back. We are so back. And we're Ishanten. What is this? Is this real life? Like, it's not a great Ishanten, but it's a very early one. I would like to improve the shapes first, but I don't think I pass up Riichi Dora with dealer pressure. Yeah, I mean, we take this.
Riichi.
Not the worst, though. Like, we'll take those. You can always come back from that. This is where I need to like close my eyes and just focus on chat. So if I draw improvements to the hand, I don't get upset. Nice. Or we could just have that happen. Then we hit a 2, right? No, or a 0. Unfortunate. Never lucky. Or something. Sure. I'll accept this hand. Guess that's passable. Yeah. Gonna try and go for some value. I don't know how to from here exactly. Like we could end up Tanya somehow, but that's hard. The pairs don't even really do it for me. Okay, that's a good draw though. Not the best shapes. But depending what we draw, we could discard like 6 mon next. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I like that enough. Would have loved to be able to get that 2 and that 9, but for different reasons. Okay. A little bit of an unfortunate pawn. What are they on? Like, I feel like they're on a bunch of Dora over there. Right? Like, what else would this hand be that they'd be pulling a 2-so here? Like, maybe Toy Toy, I guess? Yeah, I know. Toyman is doing things. But as long as we hit Tenpai and Riichi, maybe they'll deal in again and we can end the game on the spot. And no, they're not going for Ryuiso. Like, it's just not possible. I'm pretty sure there's too many tiles dead to get Ryuiso here. Because they could have 1 8 left. They could have a set of 6s. But we have
Riichi.
Sanmenchan. But like, so in best case scenario, they could have 2 3s, 2 4s, and 3 6s. And to be a dead weight. So, okay. So not a bunch of Dora, just a couple Dora. That's fine. Okay. I don't hate this hand. In fact, this hand seems noticeably reasonable. We do still need some work, though. You'd be surprised, Esper. So, it's not easy by any means, but Churin Poto is way less likely to happen. Same with 4 cons. Those are the 2 rarest ones. I put it up in a previous stream. Let me see if I can pull up the statistics based off Tunho stats in just a moment. I'm sure I can. Okay. So, yep, there it is. So here you go, Esper. Once I find where I need to put this. Yeah, 4 cons is definitely the rarest. But I did just send that. So that goes into the Yakumo statistics for Tenho. I think it's just Ho-Oh. Okay, so I need to focus on this Riichi for a moment, though. This one so doesn't look bad. But I think I just take the 6-mon discard here. Just go for safety. Safety first. Yeah, Sukansu, then Pure Churin, then Dai Sushi. I'm not counting Tenho. Yeah. Yeah, West should be fine.
Home.
Oh, wow. Didn't see that one coming. Does it change anything? I don't think so. We are at a little bit of a rougher point for some of our options here. But no, now we've got plenty. We still have routes to Tenpai too. Could that 2-pin be safe?
Long.
Yes, it could, because turns out the 2 so deals in. All right, then. So they basically just switch positions as far as points go, and, we move on. So, does not affect me in the slightest. Just depends on who I need to focus on. Yeah, no problem, Esper. It's a very useful page to have. Like, I've got a few different pages of stats like that. But it really is useful.
Home.
Probably slightly better to discard 9-pin over the east, but
Home.
fine. Now east is going to fight them. I don't really want to feed east, so I want to hold on to Chun if I get it. So that's going to be their most likely out. Could be Toy Toy, of course. Can always be Toy Toy.
Home.
This is interesting. Ooh, that's a great draw. Yeah. Let's discard that here. Hope to draw the 5 so, and then Dama. Nah, that's not a great draw, though. Yeah.
Chi.
Okay, there's the last 5-pin. God, this 8-pin weight is almost dead already. There's 2 tiles left to fill this 6-7. Yeah, and I was right, it was the Chun. Unfortunately, these other players didn't read that properly or didn't care. Not sure which. But we will discard the 9s here. 6-7, And no, I'll never do that again for the record. Like here, I think it's just 8 so. Like I still want to hit 10 pi. But how?
Kan. Sumo.
Again? I mean, if it's going to happen to someone, we want it to happen to the 4th place, right? I don't know what you're talking about, Dudo. Clearly, that is a deep fake. I'll deny it ever existed. Copyright claim my likeness if you try to post it on YouTube. Oh, wait, I'll probably be posting it on YouTube. That could be a problem. Ah, well. I guess I'll live with that burden for the rest of my life now. I missed. Was this Sumogiri or Tadashi? It's a little bit suspicious either way. Not really. It's a little bit suspicious one way and not the other. Ooh, that's a good draw. Wow. These draws have actually been pretty fantastic. I probably should have kept this and discarded the 5-pin. I don't know. Like, I want to push a little bit heavier. This 9 is safe against both these players. This 9 is safe against that player. Like, I have some safety here. If I draw 5-pin, I can discard the 9 so. And hope to go for Tanyao. Tanyao's kind of hard, though. If we draw the 3-mon, we can also discard 9 so. That just makes us wait on 7. That's not great. No, I'll cut that one. Only 2 7s left, so it doesn't seem super good. Unfortunate. I was waiting for another sumo there. Okay, so that's all the 1s. So this shape is getting more and more awkward. Like, if we get a 4... Let's cut that before it ends up super dangerous. And we'll probably cut the 9 so. Ooh, 9-mon. And now we have a really wide Ishanten for Dora 3 billion. That's not what I want. That's sad, though. Like, if I hadn't discarded that 8 already, that'd be beautiful. Like, sure, I guess.
Riichi.
3693, mon. Yeah, like the weight doesn't get better than that. We just take this for sure. Put the pressure on, get lots of ura. So it's really 363 here because the 9s are just completely dead. Oh, that's not good. That's not who we want to see chasing us. Wait, I thought they were dealers still. I guess it's fine. We just didn't want to see a chase at all. Oh, jeez. And they drew the tile we needed. That's a really good hand, too. Wow. Only Hanuman, though. Didn't quite make the bump to Baimon. We would have hit Ura 1. So Dora 5 or something. Okay. This does not look like a Honitsu. Could be an Itsu, though. I won't rule that one out. The good news with it being only a Hanuman, we are still winning. If it was a Baimon, we wouldn't be. We are Ishanten for Dora 2. But it's a pretty specific draw to get the Tenpai here. That's not one of them. So we're going to cut this and go for the potential for Itsu. Yeah, seems fine. Not great, but we'll take, like, you reach Dora 2, right? Like, there's no real option there. If you have Dora 2, you Riichi. Especially when someone's hot on your heels in the game, too. Oh, jeez. That would have been a lot better. Riichi, Itsu chance, Pinfill. I don't think we ever reject that Tenpai, though.
Pom.
The nice thing is having 2 of the 6s does block the 8 a little bit. So it's going to be harder for someone to use the 8s. Maybe someone tries half Suji here on the 3. Now it's Nakasuji on the 6. I think Nakasuji is pretty likely to come out here. Jokyu players definitely know about Nakasuji. 1 Ura to end the game. Let's do it. Nope, no Ura. Game continues. That's still fine. That's why you Riichi those hands. Okay. Some outs to some upper Sanshoku here. Maybe Chanta? Junchan, I guess.
Pom.
Okay. Pretty reasonable hand right now. That makes it less reasonable. Okay. Get rid of the tile that's near the dangerous Dora. Hope to draw 7 pin. Fail. Yeah, like filling our Penchan or our Kanchan here would be fantastic. I'm going to hold this back as a safe tile now. That's not bad. Now we want to draw an 8 or 9 mon. To a lesser extent, 1 or 3 mon. Or sorry, 8 or 9 pin. To a lesser extent, 1 or 3 mon. Okay. Let's go the safer route here. I think it's the safer route anyway. Still needs to get a 2-mon though. There's not a lot of value here. So we're going to fold if, you know, a stiff wind blows by. But that's okay. That's not a bad place to be necessarily. We can keep back a couple of these safe tiles now. And just try to stay aware of the board. Look for those Tenpai. Tenpai? Like, I feel like Tenpai should be plural already for some reason. Or is it look for those 10 pies? What do you guys think? Yeah, seems fine. They're likely to be on a Honitsu over here. We probably open for K10 here because we have enough safety back, I think. Excuse me.
Chi.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. This Hatsu is completely safe. Can't deal into anyone. Seven should be fine. We don't really need to fight for this. There's an argument that we shouldn't fight for it. Like, that we don't want to be senpai here. But I think if it brings player to our left closer to bust, it's probably worth it. Yeah. Yeah, it's completely safe. I don't know why I was thinking about that so much. Like, should I discard the 6 instead? It doesn't matter. Just discard the green. That's an interesting pause. Are they thinking about chi?
Home.
No, there's a pawn. Ooh. Yeah, we take the safety here. 6 is what dealt in, but it was not worth discarding the 1 there. Interesting play with that pawn. Like, it moves the high tay away from the player that could bust them. So it's probably the right play. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of heads up. I like it. There's lots of times where I don't think about that sort of thing enough. 2,000 Monument, though. We have a fun variant thing. I don't know how officially you're supposed to play it or anything, but we have a rule that I don't think has ever really come up in our local club, where if you get busted by a Monemon, you still have until the end of the hand to get back positive, and you don't bust. So weird little quirk, but it would create a nice, fun desperation for someone who busted to a Monemon. So as a concept, I like it. But like I said, I don't even know what the official rule is, if it's that or something else. Who knows? But I'm sure someone knows. Who knows is really just a hyperbolic statement at that point.
Chi.
Okay. I want to keep some safety back, so I'm going to hold this tune for a minute.
Each.
That's why we don't want to have to deal into this person. Yeah, we'll start with the tune here. Interesting. Now we can discard 8-6 freely. Probably should have started with the 6 over the 8, but that feels minor. Also discard 9-9. This 9 also looks fine. Like, it's a little weird that this is an 8-pin, but I think it's unlikely enough that they have, like, one of the last 3 or 2 9-pins at that point. So not too worried about it. Maybe I should be. Who knows? I do not want to Riichi here. Thank you very much, game. I do appreciate the offer, though, because it means the game is still working. I probably will go for Tempai here, if I can. Is this Sumo to end the game? Did they just reject it? Hold on. We need to go back and look at that. That was too long of a pause. I think they might have just rejected Sumo and then gotten roamed. So South 3, we need to go back and look at. That would be crazy if that happened. Imagine if they get 4th here. Also, this hand is fantastic. It's more than I need it to be, but it's also pretty fast, potentially. With these 7s being our likely pair, going for a Tanyao, can cheat the 7-pin. We got some options here. Really, I'm just rooting for either of them to be able to win here. Because if either of them win, I'm in a pretty safe spot. Oh, but we're going for speed here. Like, I want to open this hand. I really, really do. I just need the opportunity for it. This is still an improvement, I think, so we still hold on to this one. We're just not happy about it.
Each.
Ooh. We are pretty okay with that, though. Gonna hedge this way. Like, we're not at the point where I'm comfortable dealing into them, because if we deal into a Mongun, we lose. And that'd be terrible. But we gotta play safe here, I think. Like, the problem with this is dealer has no incentive to not push. Okay. That works. We'll take that. I'm sure all involved are completely fine with that outcome, honestly, except for fourth. So I have to go back and look at this game real quick. Let me update this while I'm thinking about it. Oops. So we are 1-1, 0-2 now. And let's see if my read was right on that south 3, because that would be insane if that's what happened. No, okay. It was just a weird random pause then. That would be crazy, though, if that's what happened. Okay. All right, right back to it. I believe. What time is it getting to be? Yeah, we're fine. Okay, and we're back above 1800, too. They must have been pretty high-ranked players for us to bounce back up that high. So that's good. And we have a hand. Yeah, lots of roundmen. A few honors to take care of. Nothing too abnormal. No door, though. It's always sad to see this kind of hand and see the Akka 5-mon discarded right there. Like, who even are you? You call yourself a Mahjong player and you discard Akka on the first discard? What is this? And, like, don't get me wrong, I've done it. But usually it's like a desperation play to try to force a Honitsu or something, not something you do first discard of East 1. Like, that's just something else entirely. Some might call it stupidity. Who knows? I'm going to hedge a little bit because I want to move this penchant if I can. And if I draw the 1 or the 2, it's not worth anything anyway. So, by doing this, we have the option to upgrade the 9-8 to like 7-8 here. So just a couple small improvement options. We'll move this 8 to something better if we can. Like a 4-pin would be a good draw. Okay, that's technically an improvement. God, that's another Akka. Okay, there we go. Exactly what we were looking for. Like, we'll probably Dama if we attempt by at this point. Just because I don't see, like, before this Riichi came out, I don't think it made too much sense to reach. But now, I think it does. I did not expect that pawn there, though. Like, what is their hand that they would pawn there?
Go.
Weird. No idea. Okay. Pretty reasonable hand. Couple too many penchants for my liking, but, you know, here we are. At least the shapes are pretty advanced. So it's already 2 Shanten. Okay. A little bit weird, but gonna discard this instead of the 9, specifically for a 5-mon draw, which isn't what came through, but it's fine. Could still come through at this point. I don't know if we'd Riichi no me though. So with that said, do we consider doing something about this Penchan? Like, we already had a 7-pin that we could have held on to, I guess. But I chose not to. When actually, yeah, this Penchan's looking terrible. Hey, we get another shot at the 7-pin. Great. I love second chances. They're the best. There's like technically corner cases where this hurts us, but like, I just don't respect the Chanta hand. Right? Like, am I crazy? It's just not scary. Like, I'm more scared of discarding this 5 than it was the terminals into that hand over there. Oh, wow. Wasn't a Chanta at all. Guess I should have been scared. That's all right. Okay, 4 pairs. That is about 3 too many. Let's see what we can do with it. So, okay, that's a good draw. Does this just end up as Tanyao? This might just end up as Tanyao. If we connect something to the 6, we can discard all 3 of these. What is this game? Maybe we just draw running 3 so? No. Could never be that lucky. Yeah. I guess we'll just take the YD Shanten here. We could draw San Unko. Not super likely. Like, if I draw a 7-pin here, I think I just discard the south. But that does kind of cut off the chance for glory. We like glory on this channel. Yeah, Toy Toy's just not worth it, though. Alright, so no chance of glory anymore. Could still draw the 6 and get Sananko. But Suanko is pretty out of reach. Yeah, I guess I might not have been supposed to give up that chance for glory just yet. I don't want to discard any Pinzu, though. So we're not going to. I will chi a 5-pin if I can. Okay, so not a Honitsu. Just a nothing pay, I guess. That's a Dora. That lets us open up on a few different tiles here. That's Tempai. Riichi Tanya Dora. Discard 6-pin. Yeah, seems fine.
Riichi.
Not necessarily the safest tile in the world, but I think it's the play to make still. Especially when a player has 3 calls out. Like, they're not in the best position if they need to play defensively. It also feels great to have a few of these 3s blocking, but they're not the player I expected to deal in, though. I mean, I'm fine with it. Don't get me wrong. I'll take the points, but I just don't know what they were pushing for, which is weird. Pretty decent starting hand here. I will risk the redraw still just because the West is so much worse than the other 2 here. Oh, interesting. Thanks to the person who said that on Twitch here. I will have to look into that. It was canceled. Okay, yeah, I'll take a look at that. Thanks for letting me know. I'm gonna cut the stream on Twitch then, real quick. Appreciate it. I don't know if it probably won't come back tonight, but I'll try to fix it for the future. All right then. Don't know why that would be. I need to look at my setup for Twitch apparently. Okay. Don't really need a south here. Yeah, I'll discard there. Like, I'm going for the Tanyao here. If another 6 comes out over here, then I will chi it. Probably cut 2 pin after that. Oh, not anymore. This is a very similar to hand to what we just saw. I mean, sure. It's a little bit weird now. So we have to watch out for 9 mon for a10. But I guess we don't anymore. We just Riichi.
Riichi.
Simply Riichi. Oh, that's sad. Could have drawn some good tiles there. But we'll see what we find here. Riichi Dora, maybe Tanyao. Oh, she's another 7.
Boom.
Wow, what is going on with these players right now? Those pushes are so aggressive. Like, it's a little bit terrifying, honestly. Like, what the hell do they have? That they're pushing an unsafe Akka that's unsafe on both sides, right? Like, that's a lot. It's a very big ask. All right, so Southwind is prevalent here. I don't think I care. Let's go ahead and discard that. Sure. Like, we want to connect something to this Akka for sure. God, this player has had the strangest discards, I swear. Is it a Kokoshi? Like, is that what's going on here? It's the only thing I can really think of. really need the 4-pin there. We'll keep the 3-5 chance around. Would love to draw the 4-mon. There's an argument to discard, like... I was going to say the 6-7 here. No, we'll do the dumb thing. Like, this does make players play more defensively here, right? So it's something. And then this just confuses the hell out of them. Like, at this point, they know Suchi are pretty safe against me. Or I'm just really, really trapping for a cheat toy. And that 9 is pretty safe. But there's enough doubt in my mind against this player here. Because it could be... It's not Kokoshi, right? Like, it's never Kokoshi this early. Like, I probably missed something. They're probably folding it, right? South, south, south. Chun, chun. No, that's all fortune. Okay. So they're definitely folding. We have a super wide Ishan 10 that would have benefited from holding on to the 9-pin. That doesn't really do anything. Because we always have a pair whenever we need it here.
Boom.
Interesting.
Chi.
Like, surely we push for K10 here if we get the chance. Even with a Mongun out there. The 8 doesn't look bad yet.
Chi.
Like, I think we Dama the Pinfu here. There's just not enough tiles left to reach it. And of course we sumo instead. I mean, I won't complain too much. $1,300 is completely fine here. But yeah, that was just a little too weird of a hand for me to want to reach you there. Too close to the end, not enough tiles left, you know. Here. This is a Tanyao hand again, I guess. Like, it feels weird. I feel like every hand I say is a Tanyao hand. But there's a reason it's the huge percentage it is, right? Like, every hand is a Tanyao hand.
Eat.
Oh, come on. What is that? Discard 6-mon into this? Did I just get Nakasuji trapped 2 discards in a row? That'd be crazy. Like, at that point, I wouldn't even be mad. Okay, now we have the Suji here. And we have a chance to fight. Yeah. Like, that's as good as it gets. Yep. Okay. Like, what do we fold for here? We can discard 7-pin and be fine, so we have folding options. But what tiles wouldn't we drop here? Is that one of them? I don't think so. Like, pins do feel the most dangerous, right? hand. Oh, Jesus. What in the hell is that? That is a turn 3 Suanko Tenpai. Good lord. And that's going to give them first in this game, even though it wasn't the Suanko. That is crazy. Hold on. I am taking a screenshot of this real quick. Because, dear God. Wow. Okay. I mean, I'll take second here. I don't mind. I am completely okay with second in that game. Because if they had sumoed that, that would have been terrible. Good lord. I'm going to post this on my Discord real quick. All right. Gained a couple ranking points there, up to 490 out of 800. So a little bit down for the stream at the moment, but the stream is not over yet. So let's go ahead and go to the next one here. Yeah, I know, right? Like, what is that hand? Absolutely crazy. I don't know. Like, I'm looking back at the screenshot right now. That is something. So it was Riichi, Dora 3, 1 Yakuhai. Riichi, Dora 3, 1 Yakuhai. Dora Dora. Toy Toy Son Uncle for Sanbai. Absolutely crazy. Or for Counted Yakuman. I mean, it didn't hit the Ura, but it could have. Okay. What are we doing with this hand? We're drawing Kanchan fills, which is always amazing. So then we just need one more shape.
Kang.
That doesn't involve a 7-mon. That's perfect. Yeah. So now we're Ishanten with a dragon to discard for Tenpai. Ryanmin. Let's do this. 4 doesn't really do anything for me because I already have 2 Ryanmin. I'm not going to try to upgrade there. Not worth sacrificing the safety. Yeah, that wouldn't have even been an upgrade. We'll switch it around. Keep the slightly safer tile. More chin cut. And just keep drawing these worthless Manzu for a while until the game decides to let up a little bit. Like, we could still walk this down to a Tanyao or possibly Sanshoku. It's even slightly safer. It's always frustrating being like ramen like this, and you just can't find anything. But it's fine. Assuming no one else is Tenpai by then, we will still Riichi if we draw it. That doesn't do anything. See, one problem with my play is
Each.
I'm not safe enough in situations like this one. Like, this 5-pin might not have actually been safe enough to deal there. But I don't know. It's something I don't have the best feel for, like Dama hands and everything. Hmm. Absolutely, Doodle. That was incredibly risky. Do I take that? Like, this moves the Haite
G.
and gets me 10 pi for K10. And I can still always fold later if I need to. So I think that's fine. If we draw the Forso, then we're in a better spot. No, they'll draw the Forso instead.
G.
Okay. Need to get one more safe tile here. That's pretty safe. Oh, not really. It's probably worth, though. Oh, one off the Haite. So close. Okay. Small little win here. These Sha don't really do much for us.
Home.
Hmm. Okay. At what point do we discard Dora here? Like, I'm very concerned that this player is going for a pretty obvious bamboo Honitsu. Probably. Because that's a pretty aggressive push into it, which could be caused by having Dora. So I need to watch out for them to be discarded by someone else. And see if I can get an opportunity to dump mine. Otherwise, I'm never going to win this hand. Which, you know, sometimes you just never win that hand. It's not a problem, just something that you have to accept. I don't think it makes sense for me to discard the Sozu here. Like, I'm going to try to stifle the dealer as much as I can right now.
Each.
That's unfortunate. Maybe a little bit over-focused on the dealer. But I should be okay. That's never coming out. Yeah.
Sumo.
Yep. Tried as much as I could to stifle the dealer, and it just didn't work. Oh well. Ooh, that's quite a few door here. Yeah, we're pushing aggressively for this one if we can. So I want to cut this one sooner rather than later, just to get away from the dangerous Dora area. It doesn't make sense to do yet, really. That's a lot of pairs, though. Like, I should be able to open this hand at some point, right? You would think. Thanks, game. Oh, wow. Am I just gonna hit cheat toy before anything else? Cheat toy door 3 Tanya. Like, I wouldn't complain. Yeah, I think it's worth going for. Question is, what do I pawn for, if any? Oh my lord, really? The last North Wind to miss the cheat toy tempai. Because I took the wider Ishanten. See, this is why I hate cheat toy. You guys always wonder. This is exactly why. Is this just impatience? I think it is. I think it's just impatience to try to open there. If I had like a run or something in my hand to justify it, it'd be fine, but I don't. Yeah. Like now we want a 6-mon, but probably accept a 4-mon. We'll take that. Yeah, like this is door 5, right? Like that's a pretty significant upgrade. Ah. Fine. Okay. I think that was worth the fight there. Even though we weren't tempai yet. Yeah, it's rough. And that is 8 terminals and honors, and we are sad. Oddly enough, this could be like a Pinzu Honitsu. That was before I drew that 9. That 9 definitely makes it a possibility. Huh. Yeah, I mean, the more 9s you give me, game, more 9 pin, more likely it is. Makes it less likely, though. Well, no, I've got pairs. Got pairs for days. I don't need the 1-mon. Yeah, we'll pawn this one. It's a little bit awkward. I think the pawn is fine there. No, thank you. I do not want to con this tile. I wish there was a button to turn off con notifications, or at least like silence them. I guess I could just like turn down my volume or something, but that's too easy. Of course, that comes out before I can cut this 7, so. Yeah. Don't think the hand's good enough to push that hard into it. This south is live. Wow. Yeah, we're basically just full folding at this point. So in hindsight, that tune wasn't even right. It was 3-pin there. Which probably meant it should have been 3-pin there. What is this game? Fine. So this should put me out of last at the moment anyway. Wow. Things went downhill real quick in this game. And now we have a hand that's like split Junchan, non-Chuchan. Ugh, these are the worst hands. You like can't make a right decision here. 4 Shanten for Junchan. Or my hand for non-Junchan is terrible. This is a decent hedge move, I think, because it keeps it okay shape without committing. Yeah, it's fine. Like, this has outs to 789 Sanshoku. No, not anymore. What's their Yaku, though? Like, this could just be a toy hand. So we have to watch out for that. But these 1 pins are pretty terrible, so we probably hold the east over the 1 pins. Really just for safety more than anything. Yeah. God, imagine if they do have a pair of the east and they're tenpai except for that. That's why I never like Otozuke, especially on a once cut tile. But that's just imagination, not reality. In reality, who knows what could be going on?
リーチ
Could this be an Aka trap? Maybe. Because when you discard the Aka, it's more likely to be one of those tiles Suji to it. Oh, not the 2.
相撲
Okay. Doesn't really change our position in the game at all. Yeah, this hand just needs to be efficient. This 1-1-2-2 is pretty awkward. But, as you guys know, it could just always be Tanya. They're trying to kick my deal. Can't blame them. Okay. So I think we cut the 2 so first over the 1-6 pin. But 1-6 pin is definitely on the chopping block here. If we can get rid of the 1 pin and the pair of 1s, then it might be Tanyao. We're in a decent position to do that, I think. Cotton. Yeah, I think that's the chance here. We technically have enough shapes, but we need like 5 pin specifically.
1。
Wow. I think we do go for that. Wait, why did they 6, 7, 8 discard the 5 pin?
ポン。
I just noticed that. That's really weird. Why would you do that? It's not a song. That has to be a mistake. Like, there's no reasonable explanation for that here. Could there be an unreasonable explanation?
ロン。
No. I think that was just bad. Like, I don't know what this was. Like, are they trying to convince us that they're not Honitsu? Like, I don't know what that was. Very strange discard. If I think to go back to East 4, I'll take a look at it. Yeah, this is 7 here, I think. Seems fine. 7, then discard 2, maybe? I think 2 is next. Yeah, I like it. 2 Shanten, 1 Dora. Reasonable hand.
Riichi.
But that's a lot less reasonable, as
1。
things often seem to be right now.
つも。
Technically, I guess that helps me a little bit. It brings me closer to second. So I should try to kick this person's deal, right? By pulling the shot just like they did to me. Yeah, like this hand is made for speed and nothing else. We'll see if it can go the distance, if it's going for speed. We are not going for cons. See, that's an awkward draw, though, because now I can't really pawn, but I'm also Ishan 10. Ooh. Yeah, I think we do that. We hold this Dora for a minute. If we pair it, we're happy. Hell, if we do anything with it, we're happy. No. But here we have to cut it, I think. Just going for speed. Is there anything I can do with that? Like, I want the 6, 7, 8. This feels greedy. The 8 pin is also pretty safe. So I don't think I mind it. That said, none of them have been cut yet either. Yeah, I think it's time to cut it. God, who has my Shahs? This is a weird hand. Like, I feel like no one's making progress for some reason. But it's often dangerous when I think that, because it could just mean someone's Dama. Okay. Like I said, still down to just shut down this hand.
kan,
These players have been wild. Why would you con at 50,000
Dumb.
points? Like, it just makes no sense. Ugh. This is a hand. Like, this has some pretty good efficiency to it here. It can't open, though. It's kind of the weakness here. Obviously, I would love to draw the south, because then I would be able to. But there's one south cut already. 3 doesn't do anything. I think I have enough pairs that this is fine. Oh, wow. Now we definitely have enough pairs. Sad that I discarded that 3, huh? Jeez. I hate Cheetoy so much. Cheetoy is the worst hand ever invented.
pom,
Like, if I get this Tenpai, it's definitely going to be Dama. I know, right, Mordecai? Like, okay. Dama. See if we can get a better weight and switch it around a little bit. 4 is not better. Tone is not better. Tone be Furiton. God, Cheetoy though. Ugh. So we have 2 3s in discards, 1 2 in discards. In theory, that leads to an overflow of at least 1 2, but that could be the 2 in my hand. I know, right, Mordecai? No, of course you don't take the furry 10 Hellweight Jigoku Tonki. Like, okay, so that's all the Dora. All the natural Dora, anyway. There's still the Akadora. I like the chance of 8 better than the chance of 2 here.
chi,
How many 7s is that? There's 2 7s in discard, no 8s. That 3, though. Connect 3. It's almost connect 4. Can I switch to that? Jigoku Tonki, it's probably better to keep the 8.
kan,
Oh, there's another 2.
sumo,
Oh, come on. I guess they would have handed it to us on an 8, too. That's fine. What do we do here? I think it's just this.
pom,
Of course. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what the exact right route is here. It wasn't that. That got rid of my 1, 2, 3 Sanchoka chance. Oh, so punished. Okay. We're officially tilted. Hmm.
kan,
Yeah, like, I'm sure I made mistakes here, but come on.
Oh.
Oh, what is this? All right. So
Home.
we've got a few roundmen. We need some help with them. God, these hands are all so terrifying. 2 concealed cons. Doesn't look too bad. Like, I'm worried that this player's on Toy Toy now. South is once cut. Should be fine. Like, are we gonna push for K10 here? Like, if we are, we need to cut this 3-pin. I guess maybe not. So we can do that here. This hand is so scuffed. I want to be K10. Yeah, right. No, this player's been playing really weird, especially for being so far ahead. Like, it's like they're screwing around, honestly, which, you know, can't tell them it's the wrong way to play, but what the hell. Yeah, I think we take this.
Gee.
We have to be very careful here, though. Sevens look fine. Like, one of the benefits here is we have the high tay. So we have a good bit of control of what happens on that draw. Obviously, the ideal is we just sumo. We also have safe tiles. That's not good. Okay, we need some help. At least 5,900 points. This is a pretty quick hand. Without a lot of value yet, though. Well, that gives some options. Oh, wow. Yeah. So we cut that because that's most likely to end up with our pair. Oof. I would love to keep that. So I will. I think it's worth it over the 6 here. Because we already have the Rianmen. At this point, we just need to draw Tenpai, which is ideally the 5-mon, but it doesn't have to be. Like, just Riichi Pinfu right now would be something. Can't keep that 6, though. Like, best draws here are like 4-mon if we're not hitting Tenpai. If we are hitting Tenpai, then it's just hitting Tenpai. So we'll do that. Like, it's just Riichi Pinfu, but it keeps us alive, and I don't think there was a really good route to much else here. So we'll see. Let's see if we can get there. Like, one Formon has to look terrible here. That's the most likely weight, I think. Just look at my discards, that is. We get the Pinfu off the player to our right here. Not enough to catch up to third, but it's a step in the right direction. What's the next step? Like, this could be a Tanyao. There's an argument to pawn the 6 pin if it comes out. I don't hate 6 pin pawn. It's got some work to do still, but the tiles lend to it, I think. Okay. Well, looks like we're back on the Pinfu plan. But we need to figure out how to deal with the 8 pin or 6 pin at that point. I mean, it might just be not Pinfu. Or, yeah, like wait on 6-8. That'd be rough. I don't know about that one. Six, 7, 8 Sanshoku is technically possible. Okay. Now if we get 7 pin, we could make it into an Ipeiko. And discard 3 mon while we're at it. That's probably still drop 3 mon. 2 Shanten. Not going quickly, unfortunately. Ah. That's unfortunate. All right. That was a pretty rough game. Ending 1-2-0-3 tonight. Definitely not the best showing in recent weeks, but, you know, I am a little bit exhausted, so I'm going to call it a little bit earlier than I have been. Thank you all so much for joining in. I really do appreciate it. We do this every Friday night starting at 7 p.m. EST. If you're interested, we also have a Discord, link down in the description for how to join. And hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. As soon as I figure out how to end the stream. I need to figure out a way to do the outro and then just end it. But I'll see you guys later.